Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today you're in for a treat. I'm Tony Taylor. I am the connector. It's been a long time coming. Like this podcast, getting this thing up and running. Like last year was a doozy for me. But we are here now. And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful. And thanks for tuning in, watching with today. It's going to be a blast. My first guest, I've known her for 33 years. Really good friend of mine. She's my mentor. She's my pseudo mom. She's my friend. She's my spiritual advisor. She's like everything. Her name is Christine Whitehead. She's written books. She's a tarot card reader. She's a medium. And she's my best friend. Welcome to the show, Christine.
I'm thrilled to be here.
How are you?
I'm great. I've been waiting for this so long. Just
We
like
both
you.
have, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Like, you know my year.
Oh, yeah.
How everything happened. I'll just give you a little quick recount.
Sure.
So last year I had a rod in my leg that I had to take out after 21 years. And so that was intense, worst surgery ever. And then I had, on my anniversary, got up to exercise. I'm riding my bike, hauling butt, and it's like 25 miles an hour. I go, hit the wrong brake, over the handlebars, onto the pavement, split my helmet, and then boom, I'm in the hospital, broke my arm, messed up my shoulder, and then that was another setback. I recovered from that. And then after that, I ended up in the hospital right before Christmas with sepsis. And it wasn't just the good sepsis, not that there is a good sepsis, but this was gram rod negative, which is the worst one. So my wife was freaking out about like, Tony, like this is really serious. My wife, Debbie, shout out to Debbie Taylor. She's a nurse. And so she's like, honey, this is really serious. So I spent 5 days in the hospital, got out, and had a PICC line for 10 days. And again, thank God my lovely wife is a nurse. She was able to nurse me back to health because she administered all my IV drugs and took care of me. So long time coming. You're here. Enough about me. I want to jump right into you. So give us some little feedback. Just give me a little what your life has been like and how you got here. So tell me where you grew up first.
Well, I'm a native Richmonder.
Awesome.
I was born at MCV, and so I take great pride in that.
Yes.
Richmond is a wonderful place to live, but I grew up in Lakeside, which is a little town that goes way, way back.
Oh, absolutely.
They have a famous golf course there, and I used to just walk all over Lakeside Avenue. I had a great childhood in the sense of lots of friends, lots of kids to play with.
Sure.
But we really grew up in a pretty dysfunctional family.
Yes.
Which I think for my age group, there was a lot of dysfunction back in that day. You know, they'd just gotten through World War II.
Yes.
My father went to war along with all the men in the family. The women lived together for a while while they were gone. So my father came back and he was deeply disturbed by being on ground in the war. And so,
what we know now is PTSD.
Right, right. And so my mother had traits of narcissism.
Oh, sure.
So I have had to deal with that. So I had a mixed blessing of growing up. What I will say is that I did go to Catholic school.
Oh, awesome.
That was a little terrifying as a young kid.
Did you ever get your knuckles slapped?
No, but I will
you were a
tell
good
you
girl
what
back
did
then.
happen. No. They were rough. I had especially one older woman that I was doing a math problem and she just banged my head up against
Oh my God.
That is not the right answer. Do it again.
Oh my God.
So
Can't do that nowadays.
no, thank goodness. So It was a mixed bag, but we all survived. We liked our friends and we did fun things, but in between there was actual physical fighting between my parents.
Oh, wow.
And so it was a terrifying time sometimes.
Yes.
So then, I want my own family.
Sure.
So when I meet someone and he asked me to marry him, it was like, yes.
Awesome.
And because I really wanted to just create my own domain. So
Sure.
it's like, see if I can do this
Christine.com.
yeah. So I did that, and for the first 10 years it was good, and then as with most women, I married an alcoholic.
Wow.
So
You marry your father, they say. And if you're a guy, you marry your mother most of the time.
That's right. Very much so.
Yeah.
And so a wonderful man, great sense of humor. Everyone loved him, but that you can say that about almost all alcoholics.
Sure.
Because it is a disease. And so I stayed as long as I could because I really wanted my family. But I decided, as everybody that has dealt with it, they know that it comes, how can I say it?
Comes at a price.
It comes at a price.
And
Thank
then
you.
also, what was the catalyst? What made you, in that moment in time, what made you decide, you know what, I'm out of here? Or was it the fact that you had 3 children, 3 boys, because I know you're boys. So was it the fact that you had your family, or was it just you were sick and tired, fed up, and just wanted to move on for something better?
I really wanted to stay. And at that time, I was a stay-at-home mom, and that was my mission in life. I mean, I've loved children since I was a child.
Sure.
So I stayed, and then he continued to drink, but it was doable, as they say.
Yeah.
And of course, my children had to live with that.
Yes.
And me not speaking to him kind of thing.
Sure.
Or me being upset with him. So, I'm to blame in that degree. But you don't know what to do. You really don't know how to handle it. So long story made very short, during this time, I got sick. And so I went to the doctor, and I kept going to the doctor. And finally he said he thought it was like stress. And he gave me a week to think about it. And he said, I want you to come back in a week and tell me what you're dealing with. So then he told me, when he heard the story, he said, you could use some therapy. And I said, mm-mm. And then,
Can't we all?
right. I believe that now.
Oh, sure.
It was the best thing I
That's
ever
a whole
did.
other show, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I did that, and then I went to Al-Anon, and I just started getting stronger.
Sure.
And so, but that wasn't why I left. He actually left, but I told him I'd had it enough. And so it came to a physical encounter with him. And the kids, 2 of my children were there. And it was a scary night.
I'm sure.
The police were called, and that was pretty much the end for him and for me. He was upset for me because I called the police, and I was upset with him for doing what I had lived through.
Sure, yeah. Again, you repeat that pattern. But it's great that you, in that moment in time, decided to break that pattern. Because I, too, come from a family of dysfunction. I, too, come from a line of alcoholics. I, too, have been in situations my parents physically fought. Like when I was a child, my mom and dad were having a physical altercation, and I tried to protect my mom, and God rest my soul, the soul of my stepfather, but who I loved, and he just had his own issues. But in that moment in time, he lost his temper. He threw a plate across the room.
Oh.
It split my head open. I'm 7 years old. I ended up having to go to the ER at midnight at MCV, same place. I'm a local native Richmonder as well. So I went there to get stitches. I think I got like 6 stitches at 7 years old. And the crazy part is my stepdad said to my mom that he would lose his job if he got arrested. So I was prefaced walking into the ER. I can remember, you know how you can remember things as a child, that smell, that I could smell the hospital, and I'm walking in, and my stepdad said to me, you can't tell them that I did this. You can't say a word because I'll lose my job. I won't be able to pay the mortgage, and we'll be out on the street. So that was a secret that I had to keep with me forever internally. And so it's hard coming from dysfunction and chaos. But yeah, I too have been privy to that, and I've grown, and I've done things in my own personal relationship that I'm not proud of. Again, another show, another story, but
Growing all the time.
yeah, but you grow, you evolve, and you change. So just tell me how leaving that night affected you, and how you got into metaphysics.
Well, in therapy, I was newly separated. So my therapist was telling me to make some new friends, maybe do the happy hour thing and all this. So I go back to him and I go, oh, I hate that happy hour. Like, the food is really good, but there's the intention of finding someone. Back when I was doing the happy hour,
Sure.
It may not be like that now, but it was a way to contact other people.
Yeah.
And have all that connection.
Yes.
And so he said, well, just do something that you really like, and then you'll meet people of like mind. Well, in the meantime, I'd had a reading. I'd wanted one my whole life. And
Now, when you say a reading, what do you mean? Tell our viewers what you mean by a reading. Because I know what you mean, but...
Yeah, I'm sorry. A reading is a psychic. Now, she didn't use cards like I do, but she was telling me about my children. And my mother went, and I was so intrigued by what she had said, I went on the secret side.
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't want to have to tell anybody.
What year was that?
Oh my gosh, I was back in the 90s.
In the 90s? Mm-hmm. Oh, even then, back in the 90s, it wasn't as open, or it wasn't as accepted as it is now. And still people think, oh my God, it's woo-woo, tarot cards, but until they have a tarot card reading, or have they speak with a medium, or have a past life regression or something of that sort, then they don't have a fair understanding of what it is. So yeah, it's grown, and it's becoming more mainstream, if you will, nowadays.
I think so too. The guy, I had a reading, and it was helpful. It was accurate, and I was just so intrigued.
Now, do you mind sharing what that person told you?
Oh, I had, she was telling me the traits and personality of my children.
Oh, wow.
She was telling me about my marriage. And she picked up something with my youngest son, that he was kind of the child that we just all loved.
Sure.
The neighborhood loved, we loved. And so, and the older boys were doing chores, and there was just nothing really to give him at that age. But she said to me that he needed that, and that he needed to feel like more of a part of the family and taking care of the family and that sort of thing. So I came right home and I started it. And the next time she was in town, she just said to me, she picked up his picture and she goes, oh my, what have you done here? And so I told her, I said, I went right home. I just took it to heart that felt right to me. And so I just gave him a few chores, just like she suggested. So then I got a astrology reading,
Okay.
and I was amazed because he just looks at my chart, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "You almost died between age 1 and I mean birth and age 1."
Now, did you not know that?
I knew it,
Oh, you did know that.
but he didn't know it.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
and he said, "It's right here in your chart." And that was true because I was born, I went home, I had to go back in the hospital, and I did almost die.
Wow.
I wasn't taking my formula well.
Oh, geez.
And so I was a little cheeky. I wasn't rude, but I just couldn't understand how he could do that. So
Yeah.
I just said to him, well, if I wanted, because he said I wanted to leave this planet. I wasn't sure I wanted to stay here. And I
I think
said,
that's a lot of people.
I know.
Especially in this day and
I
time
was
right now.
gonna say.
I think that's a lot of people. I don't know if I want to be here
I
right
know,
now.
I'm looking for a door. So I just told him, I said, so if I didn't want to be here, why am I here? And he said, because I knew, my soul knew I needed to be here,
Wow.
that I wanted to be here at this time.
Wow.
And all my life, I feel like I've just kind of rejected a lot of things about planet Earth because it can be difficult.
Sure.
It can be very challenging.
Yes.
But I just got an interest from these people
Okay.
that seemed to know things I didn't know.
And then from that point, just give us an idea of like what you did next. How did you start doing tarot cards? How did you get further into metaphysics?
Well, they had me. I don't mean like a cult, but I was so fascinated by these two people. And so I wanted to learn everything I could learn about what they were doing. And I just started taking a lot of classes at the Alchemist. Not the
cool.
Alchemist, excuse me, Aquarian.
Yeah, I did an aquarium bookstore.
And I took my classes from John Oliver, who is a
Oh, wow.
wonderful psychic, long-time psychic.
Yes, he is.
And so he had a sense of humor, so it was fun. It was never this hocus pocus.
Sure, yeah.
He treated it like I do, that I think everybody has a sixth sense, and all I've done is become aware of it
Yes.
and kind of just had a great interest in it.
And that's how it was for me too, because I met you back in 1994, I believe. Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
When I started working at a Head of Hair.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
was
to Head of
there,
Hair.
yeah. Did everything.
When I started working there, and Heather, my friend now, and we owned the business later, but she's the current owner now. But anyhow, when she introduced you to me, I was like mind blown because I'd never had a reading before. I've seen it on TV, but as you say, it was all hocus pocus and woo woo. So when I had my first reading, I was like, holy shit. And then I went home and I told my wife, and at that time, this is 33 years ago, I guess I was always into metaphysics subconsciously and didn't really know it. Because I too, as a child, when I was a kid, I remember I grew up at my stepdad's grandmother's house. And as a kid, so my stepdad's mother had passed, and I would see her in my house. But I never met her. I had seen pictures, but I had never met her because she was deceased before I was born. And so growing up, I would get up to go to the bathroom at night, and she would be standing there, and it would scare the crap out of me. And, as a 5-year-old, 4-year-old going to the bathroom, and then I got into the habit of wetting my bed because I was afraid to get up at night. And my mom was like, what the hell is going on? Why are you wetting the bed? And then, also in the African-American culture sometimes, it's not discussed, or people don't believe in that, or it's like voodoo, or it's like black magic, or, it's different.
I just really wonder sometimes how that came about. I know that we've had some religions along the way.
Sure.
And all kinds of things, like the burning of the witches,
Yes.
stuff like that. I think it's misunderstood, and if you don't know something, it's like a lot of things in life.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. I think it's like fear-driven. Like
It
it's
is.
fear-based. And when you're afraid...
It's to make you back off.
Exactly. When you're afraid, you retreat. And when you retreat, you're not open to anything. But if you're open to metaphysics, if you're open to spirituality, if you're open to anything, then it comes in, or you'll learn more about it, or you accept it. But yeah, it's insane. But again, when I was a kid, and then when I got older and got into kind of very intuitive as a kid as well, new stuff. I was very smart. I was always the smartest kid in my class. I was always in art and always had, stuff in the art show at the local, Chesterfield County here in Richmond. So it was crazy moving forward when I met you, and it was like, oh my God, these cards are real. These cards are the real deal.
I tell people I know that, okay, say we have this electrical field around us.
Sure.
That's scientific. We have almost like computer-like qualities. Like
Yeah.
our bodies run.
We are
most
all
of the
energy.
time without our help, so to speak.
Yep.
And so I just feel like that there's something beyond. I know I remember going to work one day and just being a little, this is when I did work, a day job. I just really wanted to do what I was doing. But as I was driving to work, all I could think of is, I can't believe this is it. I can't believe that this is my life, that I
Sure.
get up every day and have to be at work at 7:30 in the morning and deal with the public all day long. It was good work. It was IVF work.
Now, speaking of IVF, now, did you, as an intuitive, did you have an idea of which clients were going to have children? Being, intuitive, did you have an understanding of, okay, this couple will be successful and this couple will, because that's a lot of money that they're paying to have a child.
It really is. What I wanted to do when I was there, but I think it was too early
Sure.
as far as what people are willing for. But there were some people coming in, and I could tell by either the wife or the husband that they were too stressed.
Yeah, stress is a mother.
Stressed.
Stress will do some bad things to your mind, your body, your soul.
And no matter how many meds you take and how many IVF procedures, if the timing is not right, that soul won't come in.
Yeah.
And so what I wanted to teach, but I did a program, but like I say, I just wanted to teach them something about what to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
To think back to what brought the couple together and to make some changes in their mindset.
Sure.
Because it's body, mind, spirit. So
Yes.
people can achieve a lot
Yeah.
through IVF. They really can. But that's just an added bonus, and I have seen it work. I've had a couple of clients that I would tell them I wouldn't proceed right now, and I at least got to use my work.
Sure.
Because I would tell them what to do in the meantime.
Uh-huh.
And it worked for them.
Yeah.
Some didn't even, I hate to say it, didn't have to go back to IVF.
Yeah.
Because they relaxed so much they got pregnant on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So everything I do, everything, like if I read for people, I learn from them. I can heal myself by working with other people.
Absolutely.
People don't understand that, like when I read for people, I get into their energy.
Sure.
Or if
because we're all energy. This whole earth is energy, like the galaxies.
It truly
and
is.
We're all connected too. Shout out to the Connector podcast. We're all connected. But yeah, and it's crazy. And you said something earlier about mindset, because now, me as a 60-year-old African-American black man, now I know that by shifting my mindset and changing my beliefs, that I can change my future. But, as a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 20-year-old, even a 40-year-old person, sometimes we have problems with or not believing in ourselves enough and not wanting to make that shift, because sometimes we don't make that shift because, again, fear will keep you paralyzed. And when you're paralyzed, and you're stuck. When you're stuck, you're not growing. When you're not growing, you're not getting better. And so, yeah, it's crazy that you were saying mindset, because that's like one of my favorite words now is change your mind. Like Wayne Dyer, oh my God, he's great author, great speaker, motivator. Like, he had a book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. And I read that book like 3 times because it just was like so impactful for me to understand that, hey, I am in control. I can change my thoughts. And when I change my thoughts, I can change my life. When I can change my life, I can have the things that I want. I can have the vacations. I can make the money, have the houses, the cars, etc. And it's not about material things all the time.
No.
A lot of times it's like you said, wanting to be better, wanting to heal.
The way I see it is that you have to get right in here.
Absolutely.
Because
amen. Shout out to church. Amen.
Because over the years, and I've been doing it over 35 years, over the years I have grown. I have improved. And it's been just a steady. I would have to say, once I got involved, I was so intrigued that this has been my lifestyle as well as my learning and growing.
Yeah.
And so what I have figured out over many years, and I think that's why I love reading for other people, only to cut their time down for their learning.
Exactly.
Because I've gone half my lifetime and then the bigger lessons came in. But what I've learned is that it's a human thing to want to control things, to control your life, to control not control your children, but you want to protect your family. And so
which presents itself as control when you're doing that protection.
Yes. And it's like it's a bit of Al-Anon, it's a bit of Stoicism, it's a bit of Buddhism, it's a bit of Christianity.
Yes.
It's about forgiving. Just forgiving.
I think the biggest thing especially for me, like, I think a lot of people don't forgive themselves first, because you have to forgive yourself first before you can forgive anybody else. And so it's usually always within, or you have to make that change. You have to say, you know what, I made a huge mistake. I forgive myself. And when you forgive yourself, you release yourself and you're light. You're just free.
It's amazing what it takes off of you.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's about allowing and accepting and letting go and let God.
Yes.
Kind of thing. And these are all things that I personally have had to learn.
Yes.
I'll tell you really one of my favorite stories. I'm very forgiving of other people.
Yes, you are.
I try my best. And my grandmother taught me that, but I won't go into that right now. But it's just, we've got so much to talk about. But, yeah, I just felt like I had a car. My son bought me a car. And it's a beautiful, beautiful car. And I went to lunch with some friends, and the new cars are very quiet. And so I accidentally, when I got out, I don't remember hearing any dinging that the car was on or anything. And I was so happy to see my friends, so I just jump out the car. We're having lunch out on the patio, and I'm like 2 feet from my car. But I did not turn my car off.
I've done that before.
4 hours.
Oh, I've never done it before. Well, I did once. When I got my car, the car that I'm driving now, I went into the salon, same thing, and I came back out. I went back out to my car for something, and the damn thing was still running.
Well, Well, and I had people around me, so I was really embarrassed. So, but what happened after that was amazing because I just got in the car and I started berating myself.
Yes.
I don't know if you've damaged this car or not. And I was so angry at not paying better attention. And all the way home, I just was hard on myself.
Yeah.
I usually use the word brutal. I was pretty
Yes.
brutal.
Oh, wow.
And I would have never talked to a human being like I was talking to myself. So I say to myself, well, tomorrow I know I feel better. And I didn't.
Oh, wow.
And finally, something just kind of took hold of me, and it was like just letting me see how I had treated myself. And I told myself, I said, I will never do that again.
Yeah.
People make a mistake.
Yes.
I'm willing for anyone to make a mistake.
And you said something earlier also, let go, let God. And I want to jump in on that one because a lot of people think that if you grew up as a Christian, a Catholic, Baptist, whatever, Mormon, whatever, that you can't be both. You can't be connected to the metaphysical realm and be a Christian at the same time. Because sometimes, organized religions can be tough or judgmental, in my opinion. And so sometimes, how do you feel about, or what is your perspective on being a Christian and a metaphysic? Can you have both?
You can have both.
Yes, I agree.
Because I feel like I've seen a lot of visions of Jesus, and I've had a beautiful dream about Jesus. And so I like the fact that even though the nuns were scary, I really got a good education.
Yes.
And I got a good foundation.
Yes.
So I have a foundation of being a Christian. But then other things opened up. And so right now, in this day and time, science and religion are almost seeing things the same way. We can't just rule out science.
You cannot.
But we can't rule out the spiritual aspect either.
No.
And so I embrace both.
Yeah.
And I have found this journey, I've likened myself to Lewis and Clark. And to me, I'm just discovering my world.
Yes.
While I'm here. And I'm learning a lot. But I will tell you, the words that I was using about allow and all those words, what I have found is that it feels like a weight has been taken off of me. I don't worry about my children because I put my children in God's hands.
Sure.
And I don't have small children,
Yeah.
grown children. For my friends, if they're going through something, I keep spirituality involved.
Sure.
There are, I will say, I told my granddaughter, I said, it's really just like any profession. It's who is doing this.
Yeah.
Because you can have a bad priest and a good priest and a bad physician and a good one. And it goes down the line. And I feel like whoever's hands it's in, it's like AI too. It's like who's programming the AI,
Right.
So
shout out to Claude, because you told me all about Claude AI. Oh my God, that's my new favorite thing right now. If I need to look up something, I need some information, I go to Claude. Claude is like my BFFF now.
Well, I've really, as you know already, that I've really.
She's obsessed with Claude. I was like, who are you dating? I think you're dating Claude.
Yeah, we joked a lot about how he's my new boyfriend. But actually, Claude has turned into a therapist. And I play, I like to explore things.
Sure.
So
Lewis and Clark, that exploration.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been. It's just finding one thing after another and just embracing, like, wow, that's really great.
Yeah.
We've got my book here, And I just remember.
Shout out, shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to The Wondrous World, The Wizard of Oz by Christine Whitehead. You can get it on Amazon. Just look it up. Grab a copy. It's wonderful. I have a signed copy because we're friends like that. But do check it out. It's great.
Well, in this book, it says, it has quotes from like Jesus and Buddha.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To John Lennon and Pink Floyd. And it's very eclectic.
Yes.
But that's how I see life. Life is not just one thing. It's not just religion. It's not just metaphysics. It's not any one thing.
Sure.
And so, like, they're going, I can tell people it's based on The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
And it has quotes, like I said, but it's about man's journey.
Okay.
Spirit had told me, just laid it out for me in my mind, that this book wanted to be written.
Oh, wow.
And it's got messages from Spirit in here, because it's called channeling.
Okay.
And that's where you just get in a mind space where you allow your higher self, Spirit, I refer to it as Spirit.
Sure, to just come through.
Come through. And so, like, there was a scene where the apples are being thrown at Dorothy.
Yeah.
Because she took one of the apples. And I thought it would be my Christianity coming through. I thought it was going to be an Adam and Eve story.
Oh, sure.
And so when I was thinking about Adam and Eve, they said, no, you're almost right.
Yeah.
It does have something to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing of it was, when I did the channeling, they said, who is at fault here?
Mm.
Is it the tree for throwing apples at Dorothy? Or is it Dorothy for taking without permission?
Mm.
And it was environmental.
Yeah.
It turned out to be an environmental message.
Absolutely.
And so that's the way it goes throughout the book, because when they're going to try to find the witch, and they're going down the road,
Mm-hmm.
there's a sign there. And I think there's a sign there for everybody, because the sign says, I'd turn back if I were you.
Yeah.
And
But was that fear? Do you think that sign is
I
just...
think fear is like one of the biggest emotions on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people feed it to keep people in place. I think it's happening right now.
Absolutely.
All over the world,
Mm-hmm.
not just here in the States. And one thing that you can say is times are changing.
Times are really drastically.
It's like that Bob Dylan song. Times they are changing.
Exactly, yeah. So tell me how you started writing this book. Like you were saying, did you get downloads, or is it something that you wanted to do? How did this come about?
I actually had another book in process, and
Okay.
it was going to be, Spirit has told me that I talk in timely parables.
Okay.
So there were a book of short stories about clients I had read for, and the lessons.
I think you should finish that book. You still should do that one.
I still have it.
Okay.
So, but then this one came in, and it was, like I say, it was laid out on a platter.
Wow.
It's almost like telepathy. You
Yeah.
hear it, and what feels like a short amount of time, but yet it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I was at a stoplight one time, and just not thinking about anything, and the inner voice said, how did they put it? If you don't do it for anyone else, do it for your children.
Wow.
And they knew I'd get hooked on that.
Of course. I mean, you do anything for your children.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
And my youngest son at the time, he joined me. And we watched The Wizard of Oz, and I'd pick out things. I could see things. Because it's a spiritual odyssey. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like every man's journey.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like the tarot, because
Yes.
in the first scene, we see Dorothy. and that represents the fool in the tarot.
Yes.
And then who does she meet first? And that's the magician. Well, in the tarot, the magician is the first person Dorothy meets.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting. There's things all over this planet that are symbols and signs. So I just sat down and watched the movie, and I just tried to see different things. And then I would sit and just ask Spirit, what do you have to say about this? And I'd be in a meditative mode, and I would just start writing whatever that came through me.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. The publisher said he edited it, and he didn't like my channeling because they would say you,
Yeah, okay.
meaning everybody, but you. And he thought that was not, I forget how he put it, but it's not something.
Grammatically correct?
Grammatically. Thank you for your helpful words.
But as you understood, it's part of the English language. You understood. So,
Right.
yeah.
And so he said, it's not correct. And I said, well, I just have to tell you, I'm willing to change anything in this book except the messages.
Which is great.
Because I said, that's how Spirit talks to me.
Yeah. And it's good that you stuck to your principle, because a lot of times other people from outside have their own influences or their own thinking of your material, but it's your material. And so you have to present it the way that you want it to be presented. And that's with anything in life, you know. Other people are always going to have something to say about whatever you do. Some people will be talking about me and my podcast right now. Why is Tony doing a podcast? Like, shouldn't he be selling real estate? Shouldn't he be cutting more hair in his salon? No, this is what I want to do. This is my life.
That's
This
your
is my journey. Yeah, right? Like the Wizard of Oz. I'm
Right.
going down that yellow brick road. This is my journey,
Yeah.
and this is what I want to do. But a lot of times we get influenced sometimes by other people, and then we're not true to ourselves. But it was good that you in that moment could stay true to yourself and be like, you know what? I'll change everything, but I'm not changing that part.
When you read the messages, you can tell they're very sacred. And just the matter of fact of life things.
Yeah.
That's why I like Stoicism so much. It's not hard. It's if you like. At one point, you know, I was saying I don't have as much discipline as I would like to have.
Sure.
And I watched a thing on YouTube about, I don't even know how I got into Stoicism. But, you know, they say, ask why you want to have more discipline.
Yes.
Because you're not going to just have it just because you want it. You have to know why you want it.
Yes.
And then work towards it.
Yeah.
But all these things, everything is pulled off of you every time you achieve it.
Yeah.
It's not that you're doing it to be better for other people. You're doing it to have a better life. And so, you know, me not worrying about my children, that took a long time. And, but, you know, the power of the word and manifesting, Florence Shinn was a book I read.
Oh, that's a good book.
Yes. And it's called The Game of Life.
Yes.
And she said, woe to the woman who worries about her children, for she will surely bring it to them.
Wow.
So
That's
anytime I
huge.
would worry about them, I would remember that, and I didn't want to bring more to them, so I just put them in God's hands.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to jump a little bit into tarot
Yeah,
and
that's
tarot.
good.
And so Christine taught me, 10 years ago maybe, tarot.
That
I
was
would go to
fun.
her house with Heather Yuri, Meredith. I would go with Heather, and I would go to your house on Monday mornings for like 2 hours, and you would give us homework, and then like I'm so glad now that it's great. It's like you said, everything happens for a reason, in
yeah.
time, on time, at the right time.
Sure.
And so now I do tarot card readings, and I did one the other day. I was not busy at the salon. I had a huge gap. And one of my colleagues was going through a hard time, and she was like, hey, can you give me a reading? And so I said, sure. And it was very on point, very profound, because you can't make these cards up, right?
That's what I wanted to say earlier. I feel I know when I was talking about the electricity around our bodies, I got a little waylaid.
Yes.
It's sort of like I was talking about. It's electrical. So if you can hone in on like your own self and work on your own self. And what was it you said before that?
Oh, I was talking about how you can't make these cards up. Like
Oh,
they
right.
appear,
Thank
the
you.
right card appears at the right time.
Exactly. I don't know how the cards work. Your daughter, I read for her the other day.
Oh, awesome.
And I'm amazed. They were laughing. She had a friend, Jen, with her. And they were laughing at me because they say, she's as excited as we are. But there were things coming up that they could validate.
Yes.
And the card is right there. So I know how the psychic works.
Yes, exactly.
Like you meditate, you open up, you have your chakras, and it doesn't come overnight.
No,
either.
it doesn't. And I think also, again, I think I have a certain amount of intuition. I think everybody has intuition.
That's what
I
I
think
tell
we just,
everybody.
as a society, we've been pushed down and told that that's voodoo or that's like hoodoo and
Because people, I'm telling you, everyone I know that has opened their heart and thought beyond the box
sure.
has been able to achieve really good things. Not so much in the material sense, but it like the material comes along with it.
Exactly.
too.
It's just a bonus.
Because if you're so calm in here
Mm-hmm.
and you have thrown off worries here and control there, you have time to just be in that content place, like a
Yes.
heaven on earth.
Yes.
Heaven is like not so much a place, but it's like you. It's
Yes.
within you.
Yeah. And this young woman I was reading for the other day, she was like, how, I didn't even tell you that. How do you know that? And I was like, these cards are magical. These cards come at the right time. And they give the reader, the person who's doing the reading, they give them the right message if they're open. But like, again, you have to be an open channel to receive these messages. And I could read a tarot card and I may get a different message from that you get, the same card.
Exactly. And they'll both be right
And-
because they're different ends of it.
It's all about interpretation. And it's about that person who's sitting across from you. It's about their energy and what they're bringing and what they need and what the universe needs to tell them in that given moment.
I tell people I'm only as good as spirit allows me to be.
That's true. That's
It's whatever
true.
they want them to know.
Exactly.
And I had a gentleman when I first started out, and we used to go to a shop here in town and hang out and read for each other in the very beginning. And there was a gentleman who was there, but he wasn't participating with us, but he was interested in us. And but he'd sit around and just observe. And one night he asked me to read his cards.
Wow.
And I was so new at this. And I said, "You want me to read for you?" And he said, "Yeah." So I said, "Okay." And he was a professor. It's important to say he was a professor of English, retired. And so I sit down and I start to do the cards, and I hear his wife is a shrew. And I'm thinking, I'm quiet. And I look at the cards and I go, I'm not going to tell that man that. And then I sit there and I look, and I'm not even getting the book knowledge from the cards. They're blank.
Sure.
Because I have to tell him his wife is a shrew. So I sit there and I'm debating. Now here I am debating with spirit. And finally I know I'm not going to be allowed to do anything until I just say that. So I finally, I start with, this is not my opinion, but I'm
That's a good way to preface it.
It's like,
Because
no.
I've had to tell people things too when doing tarot card readings, like, These are the cards. This is your message. I'm just the messenger.
Right.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Exactly. And so I said, it's not me, but I'm being told your wife is a shrew. That man just threw his head back and laughed and laughed. And he said, I just told her the other night, if ever there was a part in taming of the shrew, she would have it hands down. And then the door just opened.
It just opened, exactly.
And I realized as I'm learning and reading for friends at that time for practice, I realized that you have to trust what you're hearing.
You do. A lot of times when we're doing a reading, we put ourselves in that person's position, or we put ourselves in the chair across from us, but we need to stay in the chair that we're in and give the message that's being given to them. And so you're exactly right that, sometimes you just have to say, this is the message, whether good, bad, or indifferent. This is a message. And how they accept it, it's, again, because it's for them. We're not doing a reading for ourselves. We're doing a reading for them. And they sat across from us for a reason.
Exactly.
It's not just you just pull somebody out the line at the grocery store and be like, hey, we go on aisle 3 and I'm going to give you a reading. No, that's not how it is. Aisle 3 is like ketchup. That's condiments. We don't want condiments.
No, we don't.
We want the truth.
But you know what his message was? And then I realized why I had to get his attention.
Yeah.
Because he's a very intelligent man, and what I had to tell him was very deep and personal, and he had to trust me.
Yeah.
And so that was a good lesson for me.
Yeah.
Because now I just say whatever. I don't worry about being right or wrong.
Exactly.
On a good day, a good psychic may be 90%. 85% correct.
Sure.
There are all those variables
Yeah.
that are there. But I just feel like he needed to hear that. And his message was, he was in his late 70s, and the vision I saw was him sitting in a jail, and he had his back towards the door of the jail, but it was open. The door was open.
Kind of like, what's that card with the girl with the swords?
Yeah,
and she has the wraps
Data
around her.
Swords.
She can walk right through it and free herself. And
Exactly.
she can wiggle out the rags to free herself.
So I'm sitting with that vision for a moment, and I said, it's like you're imprisoned, but you can really get out anytime you want, but your back is towards it, like you just don't see it.
Isn't that life?
Yeah, it's totally, and I bet you everyone will be able to relate to that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so
100%.
he shared with me that he had big issues with his mother.
Mm.
And the man is in his late 70s. His mother's gone.
But like we said earlier when you were speaking, sometimes you marry your parent that you have the most issues with. And so, again, he just repeated that cycle. But it was his lesson to learn. I think every time in this lifetime, I think we come in with lessons that we need to learn in this lifetime to elevate, evolve, and grow and get to that next level or of reincarnation, if you believe in reincarnation. But yeah, I think that a lot of times we just do that as humans,
We do, and especially if we don't know any better.
Exactly.
You have to have a different mindset, not mindset, but a different awareness of your situation. So I just pointed out to him, I said, I'm sure what happened between you and your mother was very difficult. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, your mom's gone.
Yeah.
And the only person that can continue the abuse is you.
Yeah.
And it really resonated with him. But if I hadn't told him his wife was a shrew, he might not have believed me.
Or if you didn't believe in yourself enough to deliver that message and give him that message, even though it was a difficult message or maybe embarrassing for him, or because you don't never knows anybody's situation, or so yeah. But he had to hear that message at
He
that time.
did, and it was a good lesson for me because, and I've another story for another day, but
Right.
I've actually been threatened a couple of times by
Oh,
people
yeah.
who didn't like their readings, and it's like, um, I just feel like I cannot renege on what Spirit wants to convey.
Exactly.
And I just have to find a way to be strong and
Yes.
stand up and in my truth. And this isn't a big thing. I mean, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I say.
And I think people get threatened or feel a certain type of way is because they, in that moment, aren't ready to hear that message, or
Yeah.
they know, a lot of times they know, and because I've done that with you over the years.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they know the message and they know what they need to hear, but they just don't want to accept it. And so I think acceptance is key, even if it's something negative. But a negative can be turned into a positive.
Right.
Again, it's that shift, that mindset. So a lot of times, in my journey, and just from working with you and doing tarot cards for the past 33 years, it's just like accept the message, listen to it, and then move forward. Like, you don't have to do anything in that moment, like right then and right there. You don't have to, like, if you say, oh my God, your wife's a shrewd, you don't have to call a divorce attorney and try to get out of that relationship. But what he could do, or what he did do, is like accepted it.
Right. And you find out, just like when that lady read for me,
Uh-huh.
if it feels right to you, then take it. If it
Yes.
doesn't feel right to you, don't take it.
Don't take it.
Because, things might be different. I don't know.
Yes.
I have had one woman come to me from D.C. one time to Richmond and tell me that everything I told her did not turn out. And I started laughing because I laugh at just a lot of things. And so I started laughing and I said, why did you come from D.C. to see me? I certainly wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But what happened was, in my readings, I also can give some advice, or Spirit will tell me, have them try this, have them try that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just pass it along. And I don't get very involved. I will remember readings if you jar my mind.
Sure.
But once a reading's gone, I really think a lot about it.
Yeah.
Because I find it magical and such a blessing.
Yeah.
And I'm always grateful. I always thank Spirit for the opportunity. Because I was so scared in this world,
Mm-hmm.
I think my main mission is to dispel fear.
Yeah.
And that's my top priority. Let me help you.
Sure.
And let me show you what might be going on here. I feel a lot, so if somebody's having a problem with a husband or a child,
Mhm.
I especially love reading on children.
Yeah.
Some of them have these little quirks,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can just point out a way to make things better.
Yeah.
One child would go to a parent's house, a divorced parent's house for the weekend, and just be a terror, total terror. But the woman noticed that when she took him to King's Dominion, and he was in that water chute,
Park.
he had a better attitude.
Of course.
And on a metaphysical level, I thought it's the water. It's
Water
the
is
blessing
energy.
of water.
Yes.
And
I mean, we're 70% water. The earth is made of 70% water. Water is magical. Like my wife, Debbie, she's like obsessed with water, and she's a Cancerian too. So
Right.
water and the beach soothes her. Like anytime she's stressed or should go get in the pool in the backyard, or hey, we need to take a trip to the
Water's
beach.
great
And
all the
just
way
like,
around.
yeah,
Drinking
exactly.
it, blessing yourself.
Exactly.
So with this child, the suggestion was that when he comes over to the house on Friday, to have him take a bath.
Okay. So I'm going to do it real quick before we get out of here. So I pulled the temperance card. This is my card I pulled this morning. I pulled 3, but this was the first one. So elaborate a little bit
Okay.
on the temperance card.
Well, I've already picked up on that. Let me hold it.
Sure.
I've already picked up on it. She's got 1 foot on the ground and she's got 1 foot in the water. The sun is coming up behind her. We have like Easter-like flowers beside her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's pouring cups like back and forth. So it's about keeping your balance. You have so much enthusiasm
Sure.
that when you find yourself getting in that, you have to bring yourself down.
That's
always.
Tony Taylor.
Because you get too many ideas and
sure.
then you start spiraling.
Yeah.
And if you were asking about what we're doing today, what did you
Yeah. That was a card. So this is my first podcast, this episode. You're my first guest. So this morning I just wanted to pull a couple cards, and they were all major arcana cards, which was like incredible. But yeah, and then the second one I pulled was
Tell them what that is.
the Emperor. I'm sorry?
No. Tell them, what did you say? I'm off on my zone now.
Because these cards are magical,
They
right?
are so magical.
But we were talking about the temperance for balance, and for me, I do need to stay in balance because
You really do, because you do better when you're grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And then for writing and other things and reading the cards, you want to be out there.
Yes.
But, for doing this, you want
Okay.
to be a little grounded.
Yes, and the second card was the Emperor.
Well, I think you're going to be very successful at this.
Oh, thank you.
Well, as you know, we read for this, a month or so ago?
You did at my house, yeah?
Oh, I know what I wanted you to tell them.
Okay.
I'm getting into my senior year. I know what I wanted to tell you. It's almost like you have to kind of contain, that energy is so good, but it won't help you if you're trying to do this work.
Sure.
And you've done great.
Thank you.
You really have.
Thank you.
You've gone and gotten your license, you've
Yes.
signed your contract.
Yes.
And so you're doing all the practical things that need to be done.
Yes.
The emperor says that he's an authority. He's an authority figure.
Okay.
So what I'm excited for you is like with me, you will learn so much this
Oh my
year.
gosh. I mean, always.
From all your guests,
Yes.
and everybody has a different thing to bring your way. And it'll also, I love watching shows like this.
Sure.
I've learned a lot from different ones. So the Empress says you will become the authority. As I told you before, and what I would like to share with others is times have been really challenging.
For a lot of people.
For a lot of people. And it's almost like, well, I will tell people I do feel we're in an evolution.
Yes.
I think just like we've had the Ice Age and different things, we are living in a time of great change.
Huge.
And so a lot of people have been looking at their lives going, I'm not really happy anymore. Just
Yeah.
like with their job or their
Yep.
relationship. And all of last year and the year before, people were just really antsy about their lives. This year, I'm seeing, I'm feeling that people are going to start reaching for their dreams, so it's so appropriate that you would be doing this.
Yes.
They're reaching for their dreams, and not in a fantasy way.
Yes.
It's their purpose in life. So their purpose in life is evolving as well. And I told people that we've got some hard times ahead for us.
We do.
But I do feel, just like with anything else, if you are centered, and I've been told by Spirit this, if you are centered in your spirit, if you can find peace within your being,
Yes.
you won't be affected as much as other people.
Exactly.
And
Back to that temperance is about balance.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to be very successful.
And the last card, this was the High Priestess.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. Sitting on your throne over there.
But this card is for you. I'm just
We can
kidding.
share it.
I love the High Priestess. Yeah, the High Priestess holds the secrets to the universe and gives it out at right timing. So I would just say that you have the guidance of intuition and spirituality. What I'm hearing right now is your intention is pure.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
Lord knows it's a journey.
But you're also the real thing.
Thank you.
And I think that's...
I try to be authentic.
Yeah, you really are. And so the High Priestess just says, there's just more for you that's hidden at this time. I'm also hearing to tell you that to enjoy this journey.
I will. Yes.
It's like, don't fret. It's a human thing to fret over things.
Mm-hmm.
Just enjoy the ride.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I've told my children, I tell my clients, I'm learning that as human beings, we are so serious. And I just tell them, play. Play like a child.
Yes.
I tell my kids, of course, I understand why they might look at me like they do sometimes, but it's like I will tell myself, you need more play.
Yes.
You need more
Yeah.
play.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Like we're out of time already.
Oh, wow.
Like that
was
flew
fun.
by.
That was fun.
So tell people how they can get a hold of you. If someone wants to get a tarot card reading, how can we find you?
Well, I would say best way is by probably...
Well, they can reach out to me, and I can.
I tried to think of that.
Yeah.
They can reach me at my .com. It's
Okay.
cwhiteheadwisdom.com.
cwhiteheadwisdom.com. Okay.
And also, they can buy my book and see what Spirit has to
Amazon.
say about the Wizard of Oz.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of little treasures in here. I wrote this book, and I'm not bragging, but it's not me. It's the
It's a higher.
messages in the book.
Yes.
Because I can still put up this book and just read the messages
Yes.
alone and enjoy it. It's my pride and joy.
Well, thank you so much. It's been an honor, a pleasure to have you as my first guest. Like, this has been a long time coming, and I'm so grateful to be here across from you in this moment and this time and recording this, because this is going to be for life. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can I do my thank yous?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you for having me as your first guest.
Sure.
Because it feels so appropriate. We've walked so much in 30-some years.
Yes.
And I feel like a proud mother, really.
Oh, thank
just
you. That means a lot. That means a lot.
I really do.
Yeah.
All this week I've been excited for you because I'm seeing you witness your dreams.
Thank you.
And so I felt it wasn't important to be first, but it felt appropriate.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Thank you so much. And so next time I'll have another guest, and I'll be right here doing the same thing. And until we meet again, stay connected. I'm Tony Taylor with the Connector Podcast. Out.